Hey everyone, this is Ryan. I'm showing off my Space Station 13 remake attempt, Node Station. I'm just going to start it up real quick and get into some of the changes. So the UI hasn't changed too much. We now have doors, and doors are cool because you can't get through them unless you press G to grab the ID. Then you can get through them just fine. But if you drop your ID, then that's it. You can't get anywhere. You may also notice that the station is bigger than the 10 by 10 box and a little more interesting, albeit not that much. That is due to the fact that now Node Station has Tield integration. So, pull up Tield and show you what the space station looks like. So, this is what it looks like. So all you need to do is go in here and you can add walls to the scene. And there you go. Save it, export, and save it as a JSON file. And yeah, we'll overwrite it. And now now that it's been overwritten, we just need to restart the server. And we'll pick up an ID, and you'll notice that the wall is now here. So I'm planning on keeping all future updates using this Tield program, and you can go download it. It's free and open source. And so is Node Station. So if you want to check out the GitHub, please do, and help would be appreciated. So in terms of art, because right now I've still got programmer art in here up the wazoo, so could always use help there. Outside of that, I think that's all the new features, so I'm going to move on to showing the code. If you're not into coding, then you can stop the YouTube video here. I don't want to bore you guys to death. But for those of you who are interested, I can bring it up here. So, the raw map. This is the line of code that loads the map in. And I've created this new tiled map loader, which is just a one function module that loads the map. So right here, here's the magic. And I'm not going to go into how that works because it's really a mess right now, and I don't know, it's just programmer. What am I thinking? It's just baseline code to get it to work. There's nothing too much going on. Let's see, what else has changed? So we're sending doors now in the beginning because we need to. Doors are a completely different object. And let's see. So in the motion, I added this little thing right here. So if we're moving, we try to find a door at the possible place we're moving. If there is a door, then let's get that. If it's closed, then let's find an item in the pawn's inventory called ID card. If it is there, then the door state should be changed to open, and we're dirtying the door so that it'll be updated. So here's the door updates. So if it's open, for each door, if it's open, we do a 3x3 area around the pawn, and if we do a 3x3 area around the door, and if there is a pawn in that area, then we don't do anything, but if there isn't a pawn in that area, then we close the door. And we dirty the door again. And for the door, this looks like all the others. We just send the door if it's dirty. And that's it on the server end. On the client end, there's been quite a few kind of background changes. So I was messing around with camera for settings, but the Kiwi game engine is still kind of working on that idea. So now I moved to groups. And so this is kind of a scene graph for those of you who are familiar with that term. So I've created a world group and a UI group. So the world is where all the action is going to happen, and the UI is going to be the user interface. And I'm testing that right now by having the heart and the kiwi and the crown and all of that fun stuff added there. And then we've got a doors group, a pawn group, and an item group, and the tiled map is just added to the world group at raw. So that's cleaned up quite a bit of code actually, because if you move the group, then you don't need to move the individual sprites. You can just keep them at 0, 0. So if we come down here, I've added some, on reconnect, we clear all the doors just to make the client resend them all to us. Outside of adding the children to the world group instead of the Kiwi play group, nothing's really changed there. Add pawn has changed. Now we just add it by passing in the ID, and we populate the sprites here explicitly. And we have each pawn has its own group, and that group contains in it the base sprite and the sprite for all the clothings. Equipped items, let's just say that. And then we add the pawn to the pawn group, and we don't care what index because now they're all properly set up. And now we only need to apply the coordinate to the pawn group instead of each item that the pawn is carrying and itself. So that's nice. Hopefully that's not too resource intensive on the back end. Going down here, adding doors and manipulating, excuse me, adding and manipulating doors is all done via this code. This code is pretty much copy and paste of the other code, just modified to make sense for doors. If the door is open, then we choose the first cell index. If the door is closed, then we choose the 0th cell index. And let's see, anything else? Here we go. So here's the door update. This does pretty much the same thing as the new door does. Essentially, we want to make changes to the graphics in the update. I found this out. So when the pawn was moving previously, it would do this weird teleport thing. The reason why it was doing that is because we had a race condition. So during the rendering, we would be getting updates from Socket.io, which was bad news bears. So instead what we do is we get the update from Socket.io, we put that into the game object, and then we check to see if the game object is dirty. We're using this dirty concept. Oops. We're using this dirty concept here. And if it's dirty, then we make changes in the update loop. So that way we're guaranteed that all of our graphical changes happen in the update loop, and there's no weird transient state thing going on because of a race condition. So yeah, it's kind of a short update. It was just a lot of typing for me because I had to create everything for doors. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to what you guys think, and if you have any suggestions, and if you want to jump in, feel free. I'm taking pull requests. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.